Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Spirit of Justice. Previously, we completed the third case's second investigation phase, and it ended on a high note. I think, personally, I have the entire case dang well solved. I'm sure there's going to be a few hiccups and road bumps and surprises along the way, but overall, I think I really do know the full picture at this point. I believe that, well, I believe that, Believe in me was an actual Defiant Dragon rebel, and I think the warning messages sent towards her household were meant for her, not her husband, who perhaps was just caught in the crossfire. Though I do think there may be a possibility that Believe herself could be the government-appointed assassin, and she had to kill her own husband and adopted son, but that's too tragic to imagine. At any rate, I do think she was the one wearing that plumed Punisher costume. Well, no, the Lady Kira costume, rather. I do imagine it would hide her baby bump. Anyhow, there's only one way to find the truth, and that's to get started already, so let's head in. May 12th, 9:34 a.m., High Court of Khura'in. Accused lobby. Just the one lobby. Maya looks exhausted, but I can't blame her.
Nick, I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never properly asked you to defend me, did I?
It doesn't matter. I'm on this case till the bitter end.
I know. That's why I wanted to officially ask you for your help.
You got it, Maya. Let's do this. We gotta wrap this up and get back home so you can make your dream show come true. The Steel Samurai versus the Plumed Punisher, right?
You bet. You look as if you did not sleep last night, Barbed Head. It is written all over your face. How can you expect to put up a respectable defense like that?
I'm all fired up and raring to go. I guess Maya's not the only one looking exhausted. Huh? Rafa doesn't seem in the best spirits herself.
Huh. Go ahead, feign confidence now while you are still able. For I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day.
Guess it was just my imagination.
Ready, Nick?
Okay, Maya, let's head on in. It's showtime. Now then, if everyone is ready. The defense is ready, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. Oh, no prayers this time, Prosecutor Sadmati. I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder. Let us hasten this trial so we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery. I could not agree more. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the high priest. And today she'll be tried for the murder of his disciple, Pere Zealot. Now then, Prosecutor Sadmati, your opening statement if you would. Certainly. The accused has now slain 2 of the most devout clergymen in Khura'inism. Even the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling, would not be punishment enough. Wait, so the hell of hangnails is not as bad as that? Okay.
Gulp. Then what terrible fate awaits her?
Bal Gilpilkan Hell, a realm of eternal agony. Bal Gilpilkan? There she will suffer the endless punishment of a Jagar by the Galoon of Pulmotin. You're making this up, aren't you?
Enough! My blood runs cold at the mere thought that such a terrible place exists.
I was going to ask for a translation, but on second thought, ignorance is bliss.
Now then, please continue, minus the part about the terrible hell awaiting the accused.
As you wish. The victim of this heinous crime was the high priest's disciple, Hooray Zealot. He had been training under the high priest while living at the priest's home.
I had met him a number of times, and he seemed like an earnest young man. How tragic that he met such a terrible end.
The murder occurred at the Plaza of Devotion during the purification rite. Yeah, what the hell is that deal with a tattoo on the back of his neck? What does that mean? It was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful deep in prayer. The Warbad dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. The stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly.
Ah, the Warbad dagger, Lady Kira's weapon of choice.
We have already established that the accused's prints were on the weapon. Incredibly damning evidence in itself. No, I didn't do it.
Objection!
Hold your tongue. Now, being that the accused, Maya Fey, is a serial killer, the prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence.
Would the defense care to respond?
The accused is innocent and nothing can convince me otherwise. After all, the crime scene was packed with worshippers. How could my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness? The accused's fingerprints on the murder weapon alone is enough to render a verdict. As such, I see no need to debate this any further. But...
Well, once her benevolence conducts her seance, it will be clear for all to see.
Your Majesty, might I have a word?
Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sadmati?
It is about the divination seance.
Oh? Huh. Your benevolence.
Stop right there, Prosecutor Sadmati. As you wish. Forgive me for overstepping my bounds. What was that all about? Barbed Head, have you made peace with your fate? For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees. I'm ready, and I accept your challenge. The only problem is I have no weapons at my disposal. Our only hope now is what we can glean from the seance vision and Rafa's insights.
Very well. The divination seance, if you please, your benevolence.
Yes, let us begin. Nena. Wait, am I gonna have to watch this again? Uh-oh.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Alright, yeah, they're getting their money's worth. I kind of want to try and hit a button to skip this, but what if something new happens? Alright, nothing new. Alright, sure. I don't get it. Why wasn't there anything to see?
Your benevolence? What in the world?
Ugh, I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Just as I thought. Wait, what does he know that we don't? I had sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seance. After all, it is customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand. Come to think of it, I must go perform a divination seance for Puray's zealot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. And that is why I sought to stop her benevolence from performing it here. However, she insisted that it be done. She wished to try one more time here in the Hall of Justice.
It would appear her benevolence is tired from her manifold duties.
I am not anything of the sort. The victim spirit will not answer my call, but I know not why.
Uh-huh. I want to say, does that mean he's still alive? But that seems like nonsense.
It is my sacred duty to convey the truth through the divination seance.
Rafa.
What are we to do without a divination seance?
I suppose I shall have to deliver the last rites without them.
The prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I am fully capable of proving the accused's guilt, with or without a divination seance.
Oh, you never fail to impress, Prosecutor Sadmani.
This is bad. The divination seance was my one and only hope. Your Majesty... Ow, ow. Ah, I bit my tongue. Ugh. Ow. Your Majesty, her benevolence said she isn't tired. So shouldn't we try to find out why the divination seance failed?
How curious, Mr. Wright. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in the divination seance?
Yes, explain yourself. The divination seance is for shedding light on the accused's crimes. It is the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever poised to pound you into your grave. You should fear it, not plead for it.
I believe in my client. Plus, yesterday, somebody told me something that changed my mind. The divination seance was once thought of as just another piece of evidence. If we were to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth will show that my client, Maya Fey, is innocent.
The truth is, you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick?
Maya, please, you're not helping.
How dare you! The voice of a Matama is to be feared, not utilized by vile lawyers such as you.
Seances exact a heavy toll upon the royal priestess.
It would be best not to burden her any further. Or does the defense feel that it can pose no counter-arguments without the seance?
No, of course not. He saw right through me. I'll have to find a way to make the divination seance happen, or we're toast. Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. So you need the face and the name. Do you suppose Pare Zealot is a fake name? I have no idea how we could find out what his true name is, though. Let us proceed with the trial without the seance, as Prosecutor Sadmadi suggested.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Why, you! I will not forget this, barbed head. This will not be the last you see of me.
Does that mean she thinks Phoenix will live today?
Now then, I will now proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand.
Very well. If the lead detective would please come to the stand, we may begin.
Sorry, Mr. Wright. Detective Sky, I understand how you would wish to save the accused and the defense. They are your friends, after all. But you must let them go and move on. But there is only one way to save them now, by giving their souls the chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the infernal flames. Oh, I can't do this.
Oh, no eating in the Sacred Hall of Justice.
Miss Sky. Yes? Don't worry about me and Nick. You just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out, eventually. Right. Thanks, Miss Faye. How very brave for a criminal with a tainted soul. Very well, Detective Sky. Please proceed. Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of this case. The latest victim was Pare Zealot. He had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest.
Dang, that's pretty cut and dry. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Would the defense care to respond?
I didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony so far, and I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. What am I going to do now? What is it, Maya? I was just wondering about how much the police actually looked into Acolyte Zealot, because it just might prove to be the key as to why the divination seance failed.
What are you getting at?
Well, it's just a hunch.
Wait a second. During my investigation, Rafa told me about how the divination seance works. If I could figure out why it failed, maybe she could try it again. Okay, time to press for some more information. Well, here we go.
The latest victim was Pare Zealot.
Hold it!
What kind of person was Acolyte Zealot?
According to the neighbors and others who knew him, he was a deeply devout youth. I, too, have heard his name mentioned as one who was a fervent practitioner. I suppose you might say he was the High Priest's star disciple. Furthermore, He had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years.
Hold it!
2 years? Are you sure about that?
We took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborate our initial findings.
What about you, Maya?
Well, when I first came here, I saw a zealot praying under the High Priest's instruction.
I see. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out.
The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body.
Hold it!
Was Mrs. Inme's positive ID the only way you verified the identity of the victim?
Huh? Well, no. We also checked the ID card he carried and the data in his family registry. But
what?
his personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced.
Uh-huh. Maybe that's why the divination seance failed.
I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Wright.
Here's what I'm thinking. Hooray Zealot is a fake name. You know, it's still a more believable name than Egg Benedict. The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The royal priestess uses a deceased's face and true name to summon their spirit.
Why, yes, that is indeed true.
If he was using a forged ID and there is no mention of him in our public records, then he was likely an illegal immigrant. They are not uncommon here in Khura'in. An illegal immigrant? Come to think of it, Rafa mentioned something about immigrants yesterday.
But if that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time.
Urk. I had always thought that Acolyte Zealot was Khura'inese. Oh, how the High Priest must be lamenting his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony?
Yeah. This is an important fact. Please add it to the testimony.
It would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you just said to your testimony.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Okay.
My God, do we have anything about this?
I need to pour through the entire court record. Cause of death was blood loss. That's not instant. Huh. The mark on his face is one borne by all members of the Khura'inist clergy somewhere on their bodies. Records of who has what mark and where are kept at Temple. Could we get those records? Maybe they have something. Not likely, I don't think. No name there. A peach-shaped tattoo on the nape of his neck. I was looking at Abbot Inme's autopsy earlier. My bad. That's definitely a mark on his forehead, but is it the same mark as in... Oh, I can't look at profiles. Crap. I don't think there's anything here about his real identity. Anyway, he was an illegal immigrant, so we don't know his real name.
Hold it!
Isn't there some way to track down his real name?
No, not if he was an illegal immigrant.
Have you actually confirmed that he was in Khura'in illegally?
Well, we don't have any conclusive evidence. But there is also no evidence of him being a citizen of Khura'in either.
Oh boy. Now what do we do?
What if there was a clue in the evidence you gathered?
That's probably our only hope at this point. If he really was an illegal immigrant, our proverbial goose is probably cooked.
He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest.
Hold it!
Maya isn't that Lady Kira who's been going around capturing rebels.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but...
Objection!
That verdict was already handed down in the previous trial. It is no longer a point of dispute, and I will not allow you to make it so. But no ifs, ands, and most of all, no buts. The accused was posing as Lady Kira, and she killed Acolyte Zealot because she mistakenly believed him to be a rebel.
That's not true. I'm sorry. The verdict has already been read in that case. I have to assume that it's fact now.
Now what do we do? Now I know why the divination seance failed, but...
Nothing's really changed.
Yeah, which means we're in big trouble.
If he really was an illegal immigrant, it's going to be real hard to find out his real name.
I guess our only choice is to give up on the whole divination seance thing. Only there was some way to find out the victim's real name. Huh?
Boy, I'm stumped already. What the hell?
You know, it should be noted that Belieb and Zealot have the same head mark. Does that mean something? Huh. Okay, somewhere here I read something about, I swear I was just looking at something that talked about the forehead marks and where they're stored in Temple. Where the hell did I see that? Okay, Tarust Inmi's face tattoo. The mark on his face is one borne by all members of the Khura'inist clergy somewhere on their bodies. But that's a record of marks. Can we press this again and change the testimony? Hold on. But the victim was using a fake name, so he may very well have been in Khura'in illegally.
Yes, that's very likely the case.
Now that I have an opening, what next? It's still not going to help me learn Zealot's true identity. Was he really an illegal alien? Alright, what? I am well and truly stumped. Apparently I have evidence here that proves he's not an illegal alien, but... I need to look at everything. Maybe something here? Okay. Spinal cord injury from a stab wound to his back. Same weapon that killed the High Priest. Guys, I don't know what the game wants from me. This is the first little thing in this trial, but I don't know. I just don't know. I'm stumped. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna quickly press everything again, see if there's anything new. If anything could change, that'd be great, because I think I'm barking up the wrong tree. I have to be.
Hold it!
Well, but you know, maybe there's a chance this newly added statement could be a red herring? Maybe I need to contradict something else?
Hold it!
Okay, nothing's new. No ifs, and, or buts. Yes, yes. Okay, he had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. That I believe. I know that to be fact. The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body. Sure. He was an illegal immigrant, so we don't know his real name. Maybe? He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest. Mistaken for a rebel due to his connection to the High Priest. Honestly, the evidence points to that. In fact, I personally believe that, yeah, the government assassin killed him. For that reason. God, my forehead's sweating. I'm really thinking hard here. We don't know. What do you mean we don't know his real name? I am like this close to giving up. I'm trying really hard. It would be shameful of me, but... Look, there's only two outcomes here. Either I'm gonna feel like a major idiot, or I'm gonna feel like the game is a stupid idiot. What the... Yeah, alright, dang it, fine. Sure, I give up. I'm gonna look at the answer. Be right back. Okay. I saw the answer. I don't understand. What? We show this photo and then point out the tattoo on the nape of his neck. What?
Objection!
Sorry, Detective Sky, but the police missed something important in the investigation. What? Huh? What are you talking about? The victim was undeniably a Khura'inese native. What? What? And this crime scene photo proves it? How?
It does?
It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You'll see a clear proof that the victim was Khura'inese. Where? I don't see anything that would prove that. This proves the victim was Khura'inese? Anyone can get a tattoo! What's going on? I need an answer!
Take that!
Look at this tattoo right here.
Why, that's a tattoo of a peach.
I would like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo. Oh, the victim really liked peaches?
Well, peaches are a favorite delicacy here in Khura'in.
They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe flesh. They are a blessing from the Holy Mother herself. Nick, I've suddenly got a craving for peaches. After the trial, Maya, right now we have bigger fish to fry. Oh no, now she's hungry for fish. Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. What? It is not a peach, you say. Then what is it? Oh, fuck off! This is really the correlation with Tarust's head tattoo, head marking, the outline. Yeah, I see it. The outline looks like a peach, but what? Come on! What is this? Take a closer look. Haven't you seen something like that before? Namely, the tattoo on the High Priest's brow.
Oh my!
What? This mark is only borne by members of the Khura'inist clergy. But it's not the mark, it's a tattoo on the back of the head. What?
Objection!
So that is what you believe it to be. But are they not utterly different shapes? Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victim had the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. What? What do you mean existing tattoo? When did that come up? What is going on? What? However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark all Khura'inist clergy bear. Hey, you're right.
Until about 20-some-odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I myself bear one on my right buttock.
That is entirely too much information, Your Majesty. Information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we have to do is look up a monk with a mark in the same spot. What? Okay, so I get it. I'll admit that this passed me by. I was assuming that all marks relating to the religion were on the forehead. This says somewhere on their bodies. That means the mark could be anywhere. However, Trust in Me and Believe have marks. They're both part of the clergy. After all, Believe is usually taking the role of Lady Kira in the ceremony. It was only Maya standing in for her because she's with child, and otherwise preoccupied doing murders, I guess. In fact, you can see that Abbot Trust in Me has that same mark, but a more complex design to go with it. That same diamond also appears elsewhere in similar places. It's like that mark is shared by all members of the clergy, no matter what rank, and any other symbols are added to show, rank, I guess? So that's clearly where the one singular Khura'inist mark is placed on Trust in Me's body. So you're saying I was supposed to just know that this peach on the back of his neck wasn't a tattoo, but specifically something that he covered up from a tattoo I was magically supposed to know that he had years prior? How was I supposed to know it was a cover-up tattoo? There's nothing about it. Dude, I am upset. Now, I know my memory is not perfect, but I feel like this is a strong contender for the single most stupid bullshit thing in the entire Ace Attorney franchise, and that's not hyperbole. This is idiotic. What is the train of thought here? Like, this is some actual, like, classic adventure game nonsense. Like, you use the tape on the cat to get the fake mustache in King's Quest or something. Monkey Island. I don't know. This is stupid. Huh? I'm on it. I'll let you know if I get any hits. That will not be necessary if you seek information on the clergy. I have it all right here.
Oh my, you never cease to amaze. So tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill?
There is just one, and his name is... You know, it hurts enough to take these puns when you're in a good mood, but I'm in a foul mood right now. Ooh, I feel it right in my chest. Ooh. I'm gonna take this moment to just... I need a moment, alright? I need one singular moment. Oh, that's okay. It's not going away. Ah. Alright. There is just one, and his name is Real Nemmu. He became a monk 20 years ago. Then that must be the victim's real name.
But why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one?
Yeah, there must have been some reason. Nick, that's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name. You're right. Your Majesty, now that we know the victim's real name, the divination seance might finally work.
A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance. This is entirely unprecedented.
You are but digging your own grave, Defense. We won't know until we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope.
Very well, let the divination seance be held once more.
Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You are a fool, Barbed Head, and your foolishness shall yield no gratitude from me. For with the truth revealed by my insights, I shall gladly seek your demise. Bring it on, Princess, because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights. You will regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Boy, she's good at that. She sounded exactly like she did last time. Really? Wow, it is very difficult to love Ace Attorney right now. Skip. He was in the room. The secret room.
Oh my! It is just as Mr. Wright surmised. Pare Zealot wasn't the victim's true name. And now at last we have seen the victim's final moments.
But all we could see was the ground. You seem terribly disappointed. I take it you did not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts. I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused's guilt. You did?
Ha 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 ha! A most surprising surprise attack. So tell us, Prosecutor Sadmadi, what is this conclusive evidence you have found?
The Plumed Punisher theme song that the deceased heard. Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused during their interrogation. Hey, that's my Plumed Punisher strap! When you press the Magatama on the Plumed Punisher's belt, Nog! It seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of her crime. This strap is an extremely rare item, is it not, Miss Faye? You'd better not break it. There's only one of those in the whole wide world. Oh, brother. Maya, no! It is just as I said. Your flights of fancy have come crashing down on you. She sure seems to be enjoying this.
Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either.
It is time to accept the fact that the divination seance is far more than mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused.
That is as conclusive as evidence can get. Now then, if there are no further objections.
Objection!
Slow down there, Your Majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument.
What's this? Do you take issue with the divination seance?
Oh, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. But that's never stopped me before. The divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly.
You do not know when you are beaten, do you, you foolish lawyer? I am the only one who speaks for the Matama of the deceased. If you believe there to be errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it.
Gladly. Next time. Oh yeah, this is as good a place as any to end things, I think. Yeah, we'll stop here. So... was there even any dialogue or written lines about how only Khura'in natives can join the clergy? Was there anything about that? Like, did real Nemu have to provide a birth certificate to join the church, the temple? I don't know. The more I think about this, the less it makes sense. Oh, this is awful. I just... Look, I may be sounding like I'm really mad and in agony, but let's be real. I love Ace Attorney with all my heart. It is one of my favorite all-time video game franchises. It has been a huge part of my life for years. This one little awful moment won't even come close to making me change my opinions on the series. You know the saying, if every pork chop were perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs. I could go for a samurai dog. Where's Larry Butts when you need him? I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Spirit of Justice. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. Till then, please take care. Real Nemu. God